Good Monday morning. We are back on doing anhydrous on that farm about 4 or 5 miles south of me. Is it 100% ideal? No, not after almost 3 inches of rain last Thursday. But it is sealing pretty good. I'm surprised. Over there in the corner by the road on the headland, there's water standing almost as tall because it's a low area, almost as tall as the corn. Yeah, that corn's gonna die. I obviously had to turn it off, and I, chewed my way through it just to get through it and keep going. But yeah, fun. But as you can tell, the corn is starting to get big, so we need to get on it and get going and finish up this last, I don't know what I got left, 130 acres. Problem is, like I said, it's Monday morning, probably around 8:30, and they say rain tomorrow night, Tuesday, which is Tuesday night and Wednesday. So get done what I get done, and then I got a lot of weedy beans that need spraying. But I don't mind putting some ruts in a cornfield because you can raise the corn head up. But as you know, you farmers know, and those of you non-farmers, go back to last fall's videos and watch the harvest. The bean head, you're running right on the ground. So just soon not rut the shit out of bean fields. But man, we've had a little over 9 inches of rain in the last like 6 weeks. It's a little ridiculous at this point. So, but I am very surprised it's sealing pretty good. And I'm burying the knives a little deeper than normal. So I've already broke one bolt, shear bolt on a knife because of that. But got to try and get it to seal good. And here's what I'm talking about over here in this corner. So I chewed my way through it the first time over there, and I'll chew my way through it this time in order to get around the corner. So I'm going to put you down. Going around the outside of this second field, and there is no first row of corn left anymore, as you can see. Just washed right out, right down along the edge of the field here. Yeah, there's spots like that in all fields right now, corn and bean fields. There'll be some nice washouts to work through this fall. There's some washouts here to work through doing the anhydrous, which is a lot of fun. But oh yeah, and then you got your spots out there that you can see where the corn's yellow and smaller. Yeah, I'll probably be shutting it off and chewing through that because it'll be wet. But for the most part, we're doing all right. It's sealing pretty good. We're getting on what we can get on. She's a little sticky down through here. And right here's the spot where it washed out from that upper field. Washed out down into this field. Yeah. Right here's a little low valley coming. I chewed a little going through this the first time through. But it is what it is. Cato, right there. I'm leaving this field to go to the next one. I got a little bit left in the applicator, and then I gotta go fill again. All of a sudden there's a coyote running 20 yards away from me, running through the field. Yeah, like no big deal. So that was interesting. On my last field on this farm, I don't know if you can tell, but down there it's really yellow around the outsides. Yeah, I didn't even go down there. Well, I tried, but that was wet. Yeah, so I got the headlands done every place but down there, and then there'll be a few short rows that don't get done, but we're just going back and forth on the long rows now. After this, I'll have about 80 acres left, I think. So about 30, a little over 30, 35 of it is like this, needs it pretty good. The other was the late planted stuff, so I got a little time before it gets big. Alright, so let me rephrase that. when I say I got a little time. It's at the height I like to do it right now, which is like the height that this corn is in this low area right here, because it's more yellow and shorter than up there where it's higher ground. I just mean with the rain they're calling for tomorrow night and Wednesday, you know, if it clears up for 4 days after that, like we seem to get, then I can probably get on it. But I also have some really weedy soybeans that need to be sprayed pretty soon. But like I said, I don't want to rut those up. I don't mind making a rut or two in a cornfield, but if it gets to that point, then it gets to that point. It's about 10:07. I'm almost done with this field because I'm not going quite all the way down because of how wet it is down there. But this time of night with the sun the way it is, glistening off the corn, it just looks kind of cool. Maybe you don't think so. I don't know. But I swear to God, the corn has grown today. Went up to about 75 and it's been beautiful sunny all day. Putting this shit on with the ground as moist as it is, or as much moisture as we have in the ground, I should say. And with them calling for 80s the rest of the week, yeah, corn's gonna pop. I just told a buddy of mine who asked me how we're doing. I said after this farm, well, after this field, which finishes this farm, I'll be down to about 95 acres of anhydrous left. Right now, I'd put 80% of our corn at really good. 20%, yeah, not so good. Too wet, too long so far in those spots. But if the really good spots can do really good, you know, hopefully maybe a little above average with all the moisture we've had, then that'll make up for the not so good spots. The not so good spots, the 20%, I'll put 10% of that at has a chance of being close to average, what our normal average would be, maybe a little below, if we stop getting these, you know, 2-3 inch rainstorms that come in 2 hours. Because I mean, there was spots, well, I showed you in the last, not the last field, but a couple fields ago, the washouts. But and even down here where it's kind of yellowy and a little shorter, these spots will come out of it if they stop getting so much rain sitting in these spots for, you know, that's the problem. We get almost 3 inches of rain like we got on Thursday, and here it is Monday and we're finally going again, but there's spots we can't go. For the most part, we're going, you know, most of it. And then they call for rain tomorrow night and Wednesday. Well, if it's another 2-3 inch rainstorm, that sucks, because these spots are going to suffer again. They're going to do better now that we're getting the N on it, but it doesn't have that, you know, lush green like you see out here. So I just want a rainstorm where it's a 1/2 inch, you know, like a nice easy rain during the day. Just try something different. Oh, and I just also wanted to mention Bob Bates. You're a hell of a man. Bob Bates sent us another care package. Boar's heads, hot dogs, lunch meats, cheeses, you name it. Bob, you're just... Barb joked that you might have to buy us another refrigerator. And Bob also sent Chelsea a card. I don't know what's in it, for her graduation. That's more than appreciative, Bob, because you didn't have to do that. Chelsea has gone camping. Her and some friends she went to school with left Saturday. They'll be home tomorrow on Tuesday, so she'll get her card tomorrow, Bob. But that's just, you're a hell of a man, Bob. That's all I can say. I mean, but so very, very, very much appreciated. All right, I am back home. It's, what is it, 2:30 or so on a Tuesday. I am caught up, finally. I just did that little 6-acre field over yonder. That is the only field I have that way, that the older couple that I work at, that we're friends with, and we kind of help out and whatnot. So all I got left is that farm 6 miles or so east of here, which that's about the height that I like to do it. It's not bigger like a lot of this corn has been. So I'm got enough left in that nurse tank to refill the applicator. Then I'm going to fill nurse tanks, and I got a meeting tonight, and they say a chance of rain tonight and tomorrow, so I don't know when I'll be going over there. It depends. Hopefully it's not one of them 2 or 3 inch rains, but they are saying chance of severe thunderstorms tomorrow, because it's supposed to get hot, and then a front comes through, you know, all that good shit, because we can't get a 1/2 inch of rain. No, we got to get 2 or 3 when it comes. But all right, back to work. So I'm over in Plainville, that farm about 6 miles east of me, the last that I planted. Some of it looks pretty damn good, and then you get the low areas like this corner here, where it just washes out and there's nothing there. So we are going to turn the applicator off now, and we are going to raise it up so that we don't get stuck going through here, because she looks a little squishy. I'm not chewing too bad with it out of the ground, but I would be with it in the ground, and there ain't nothing there anyhow. That's the joy of too much rain. And that field over there on the other side of this area, well, you can almost see the corn looks good there, but then up in that low area, it's going to look just like what that just did back there. Not so good. So, but we're on the home stretch. This is it. I mean, you get into these areas, and as you can tell looking over the applicator, it's sealing. I got the knives in the ground pretty good, but you know, areas out there you can see where it's a darker dirt. Same here, but it's, I don't know what it is right now. I've done the other 3 fields over there. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, something like that. 2, 3 o'clock this afternoon, they're calling for another thunderstorm coming through, and we're in the possible 1 to 2 inch range. I just want a 1/2 inch over a 6 to 8 hour period for once, instead of these 2 inches in 2 hours or less. But it is what it is. I'm hoping to be done here before the storm hits, but we'll see. And just hope it's not as bad as they say, but it's freaking hot today, so it probably will be a blinger. Alright, on the big field, going back and forth. I actually started on the short rows, that way I'll end on the long rows over there, so I can just jump the hedge, get to the next field. But as you can see, you know, I mean, this is just a gradual slope field, nothing steep. And I don't know how well you can tell on the camera, but it's a hell of a wash going right down through there, and we're about coming up to it now. Yeah, I have to shut it off and pick up to get through the wash. But here we go. Now you can see it. Next pass I'll be shutting off right there, obviously, to pick up to get through it. It's the power of rain right there, the power of water. When you get 2-3 inches in a couple hours, and you can see where it washed down through there. Yeah, fun. I don't know what the deal is with that hawk, but right on the edge of the field. Didn't act like he could fly. The way he just flopped into that weeds there on the edge. That was weird. Coming down through. I'm going, what the hell is that? Then I get to it, I'm like, oh, it's a hawk. He'll fly away when I get there. No, he didn't. That was weird. So, must be something wrong with Mr. Hawk or Mrs. Hawk, whatever. I mean, I didn't ask it its gender. I guess you can't even, you know, never mind. So anyways, this is the field that, you know, they took part of for, motorcycles, motocross, which is fine. It's their property. But this low stuff down here, as you can see, I mean, it didn't grow worth a shit. Right there where it's real low, it sat in water for so long, there's just a ton of corn dead. Down there where it's a little higher, the corn looks pretty good. There's spot right across the center there where there's nothing. And right there too in front of that hunting blind, there's just nothing. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know if I'm wasting my time and money putting some anhydrous on it, but I'm on my last farm, so. And there's that hawk again. There's obviously something wrong with it, because it's just kind of waddling along there. Spreads its wings out though, like it could fly, but it's got issues. I don't know what the issues are. I'm not going to get out and ask it neither. Done, D-U-N, anhydrous 2022. I don't know what it is, pushing 4 o'clock. Next step for me when I get home in 15-20 minutes is take a shower and go to the chiropractor. Because God, am I sore bouncing through. Let me turn the radio down. Like screw tube happy. Bouncing through washouts. Holy shit. Hasn't started storming yet, but the wind sure is picking up, so you know it's coming. Alright, I don't know if I've said this earlier in the video, because this video is like over a span of 3, 4, or 5 days. I don't even know anymore. But at least 4 days, I think. I'm going to put our corn crop at 80%. Looks really good. Got real good potential if the rest of the year can go fairly normal, which, you know, we ain't been close to normal yet, so who knows. But the bigger it gets, the more water it can stand anyhow, obviously. So that 80% I'll put at, you know, could be normal to above normal yields. Looks really good. The other 20%, yeah, 10% of it, yep, going down a hill here, going into a curve, double solid line, yep, you know, can't tell if anything's coming the other way around the corner, but everybody's in a hurry. 10% of that 20% that's not so great, you know, it probably won't go average, you know, normal average, but now that the anhydrous is on it, it stands a chance of going decent. So if it goes 20 bushel below what we normally would hope for, I would take that. The other 10%, yeah, is like I showed you in a couple of clips ago there, where there's just spots that are completely gone. I mean gone, just sat in water so long the corn's dead, just ain't there anymore. Other spots where it's, you know, 3 inches tall and the corn 40, 50, 60 yards away is 2 foot tall. So it is what it is. I almost saw a tractor trailer get hit head on today with another tractor trailer, because people are just always in a fucking hurry. The tractor trailer was behind me going my speed, and I started going up a hill, and he decided to pass me going up the hill. Hey, cousin Dave, you're on YouTube. Must be going home from work. And boy, right as he was getting ready to pull back in, there was another tractor trailer coming over the hill. I don't get it, but all right, I'm ending this video. We'll see you in the next one.